Why does God let bad things happen? So Genesis 2:16. While you're turning there, I'm going to make some of you will appreciate this joke and some of you won't. But why do bad things happen to bad people? Jack Bauer. Does anyone know who Jack Bauer is? Jack Bauer is why bad things happen to bad people. All right, now on a more serious note. Why does God let bad things happen? Get Genesis 2, verse 16. And the Lord God commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of it. For in the day that thou eatest thereof, thou shalt surely die. When God gave that commandment, did he know that Adam was going to sin? Of course he did. God has perfect knowledge. So why didn't God prevent it? Why didn't God foreclose that from happening? And the answer, of course, is this. God could have made it so that man wouldn't have done that. But to do so, he would have had to deprive man of free will. And in fact, if you notice what verse 16 says, of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat, that carries the sense that there was no charge to it, but it also carries the sense that did Adam have the right to choose? He did. He could pick of the different trees which ones he wanted to eat. He was given volition. He was given free will. Get with me Deuteronomy 30, verse 19. Now, while you're turning there, let me ask you this question. If you create an AI robot, does it love you? What if it tells you it loves you? Do you believe it? Well, it doesn't have free will. If it's a robot, it's programmed. It has instructions as to what to do. It shouldn't be making its own choices. So a robot, when your robot says, I love you, it means nothing because it's programmed to say that. When a creature with free will says, I love you, it means something more. Deuteronomy 30, verse 19. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore, choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live. And what God did, obviously, is he wanted man to choose life. He wants the best for man. But in order to give him free will, that free will included the free will not to love. It included the free will to disobey. And of course, what's happened is that as a result of free will, how did Satan exercise his free will? He rebelled in heaven, came down to earth, led a rebellion on earth. Man was given free will. Man ate from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And all the problems that we've seen since then result from bad exercise of free will. But of course, God had to give that free will so that people could voluntarily choose to love him. Now, just to tie this together, the most important exercise of free will that men have today, you're born a sinner. The wages of sin is death. We understand that. And so what men need to do is they need to choose to believe the gospel. And that will resolve all of their problems. That will take them to the next life, to the paradise where none of these problems will exist. So that's why bad things happen.